Didn't just find this video. You crossed a line inside your own mind. The universe is talking to you in a language most people will never understand, and this message will never show up exactly like this again. So if you're here, if these words found you at this exact moment in your life, pay attention, because what the universe is saying to you right now was made specifically for you, for who you are, for who you've become, and for what you're finally ready to see. Think about the decisions you've made in your life, the bad ones, the ones you still beat yourself up for, the ones that kept you up at night replaying what you should have done differently. Then think about the good decisions, the ones that looked perfect on paper, the safe choices, the logical moves, but somehow they left you feeling empty, unfulfilled, like something was missing. And then there are the other ones, the uncertain decisions, the ones where you had no idea what you were doing, where everyone told you not to do it, where you couldn't explain why, but something pulled you forward anyway. Look at your life right now. Those uncertain decisions, those are the ones that got you here. Maybe you wanted to be an artist, a musician, a writer, but you took the corporate job because it paid the bills. You told yourself you'd sold out, that you gave up on your dreams. But look closer. That corporate job, it taught you discipline, gave you skills, built your confidence, and now you're using everything you learned to build something that's actually yours. Or maybe it was a relationship. You had someone in mind, the person you thought was perfect for you. You tried, you chased, but the universe brought you someone completely different, someone you never expected. And at first you resisted, but now you see it. That person you wanted would have kept you small. The person you got helped you grow. Or maybe it was business. You wanted to start a baking business. You had it all planned out, but something pulled you toward opening a food joint instead. You weren't sure. You doubted every step. But look at you now, thriving, growing, becoming. The career you didn't want gave you the tools you needed. The relationship you didn't choose gave you the love you deserved. The business you weren't sure about gave you the life you're living. Here's what you need to understand. Here is the message the universe reserved for you. Your higher self has been making every decision for you. Every choice you thought was yours alone, it was guided. Every mistake you regret, it was protection. Every door that closed, it was redirection. You were never alone in your choices. That's the message. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. You thought those decisions were yours. You thought you were the one choosing, struggling, figuring it out alone. But you weren't. Something deeper was choosing through you. Your higher self, the universe, the intelligence behind everything. Those moments when you just knew even though it didn't make logical sense, that wasn't random. That was alignment. That was the universe speaking to you in a language deeper than words. Every time you followed a feeling you couldn't explain, every time you made a choice that didn't make sense on paper but felt right in your gut, that was your higher self guiding you, moving you, protecting you from paths that would have destroyed you, and leading you toward the timeline you're living right now. Now here's something powerful I want you to do. Forgive the version of yourself who didn't know what you know now. The one who made the mistakes, the one who stayed too long or left too soon, the one who chose fear over faith. That version of you wasn't a failure. They were learning, growing, becoming. You can't hate them, because they're the reason you're here. They're the foundation of everything you are today. Your old self wasn't a mistake. They were part of your journey. Every wrong turn taught you discernment. Every heartbreak taught you what real love looks like. Every failure taught you resilience. So forgive them, thank them. They did the best they could with the light they had, and that light was enough to get you here. In quantum physics, there's something called the observer effect. When you observe something at the quantum level, the act of observing changes the outcome. Just by looking, you collapse infinite possibilities into one reality. Your consciousness works the same way. Your higher self has been observing your life, and by observing, it's been guiding, collapsing probabilities, moving you away from timelines that would have broken you. and pulling you toward the timeline where you become who you're meant to be. The universe wasn't watching you struggle. It was orchestrating every closed door, every unexpected turn, every moment you thought you were lost. You were exactly where you needed to be. Let me show you 3 signs the universe has been making decisions for you without you even knowing. Sign 1. The gut feeling that defied logic. You had a decision to make. On paper, one choice made perfect sense. But something in you said no. You couldn't explain it. You couldn't defend it. But you followed it anyway. That was the universe. That was your higher self protecting you from something your logical mind couldn't see yet. Sign 2. The door that closed that you thought you wanted. You applied for the job. You went after the opportunity. You gave it everything. But it didn't work out. You were devastated. You felt like a failure. But 6 months later, a year later, you got something better. Something aligned. That rejection wasn't punishment. It was protection. The universe closing a door that would have led you away from your path. Sign 3. The random encounter that changed everything. You weren't supposed to be there. You almost canceled. You almost stayed home. But something made you show up, and you met the person who became your business partner, your mentor, your spouse, the opportunity that shifted your entire trajectory. That wasn't coincidence. That was orchestration. The universe moving pieces on a board you couldn't see. So here's the truth. Every decision you made, even the ones that hurt, even the ones you regret, even the ones you wish you could take back, they weren't mistakes. They were course corrections. The universe moving you toward alignment, toward the version of yourself you're becoming. You didn't mess up. You were being refined. From now on, when you have a decision to make, listen, not to your logic, not to what makes sense on paper, not to what other people think you should do. Listen to how you feel, that quiet knowing, that pull in your chest, that subtle yes or no that comes before thought. That's the universe speaking. That's your higher self guiding you toward the next version of yourself. Trust it, follow it, even when it doesn't make sense, especially when it doesn't make sense. Remember the message from the beginning. You were never making decisions alone. Your higher self was orchestrating everything. That was the message. And now you know. I want you to type this in the comments. Whatever decision I made that got me to wherever I am now was not a mistake. Type it, not as a saying, not as something cute, but as a declaration to the quantum field, as a signal to the universe that you finally understand. And also thank the universe for making some decisions on your behalf. Because it did. It protected you. It guided you. It moved you. And it's not done with you yet.